Hi and good morning and welcome everybody to my channel. My name is Rainer and this is Rainier Books. I am in the city of Uppsala, about 45 minutes north of Stockholm, on an international conference that ends today, Friday, when I shoot this video. I just want to give you a short review of one of the books that I finished recently, last week I think. That is The House of Doors by Twan Eng. This book was longlisted for the Booker Prize last year, and I got it like in December from the library, and I really enjoyed it so much. It is the story of Somerset Maugham, the very famous writer from England, from the UK or from Great Britain, who, together with his secretary, who is actually his lover, Gerald, comes to Penang in what today is Malaysia. At the time it was called Malaya. It was a British colony, and there he visits his old friend Robert, who's living there together with his wife Leslie, and they sort of host Willie, as Somerset Maugham is called, William Somerset Maugham, and Gerald for a couple of weeks. And Maugham tries to get inspired by the region, by stories that he meets on the way in order to write new books. He is in a pretty dire situation. His money is running out in the UK. He needs to publish a new book and to make money out of it. At the time, Somerset Maugham was a celebrity. He was very well known all across the world, in the literary world at least, and he was like a superstar. Pretty much different from today's literary business, I guess. And everybody loved Maugham and wanted to host him at parties, to have him as a guest in parties and talk to him and just be seen with him. And they didn't have selfies at the time, but they would have done millions of them probably with Somerset Maugham. So the story actually circles a lot around both Maugham and Willie Maugham and Leslie, the wife of Robert, the friend that he is visiting there, because they get pretty much confidential with each other, I would say, especially from Leslie's side, because Leslie is going to tell him a secret story, a story of a betrayal, of adultery, the story of adultery, that she has betrayed her husband has betrayed her. I don't want to reveal as much from this, but it's very intense and very interesting. And also comes another real character apart from Somerset Maugham into the book, and his name is Sun Yat Seng, and he's one of the people who will start the revolution in China. He comes to Penang, and Leslie is meeting him, and she's telling that story to Maugham, who later will write the story, The Letter, the real story, The Letter, in his book, in his collection, The Casuarina Tree. So this is done so delicately and so beautifully by Twan Eng, actually, that he sort of writes a book about Somerset Maugham and about the origin of the story, The Letter, which is totally fictitious and totally made up by Twan Eng. But he took the story, The Letter, which I absolutely have to read now, and sort of thought about, that's my take at least, sort of thought about how could this story, The Letter, have come across, knowing the fact that Maugham picked up stories on his travels. The way that Twan Eng, who was born in Malaysia and Penang, is describing Penang and the 1920s, this colonial situation, the house, the people, the surroundings, the landscape, the town, everything is so beautifully and very beautifully done that this novel is really a pure joy to read, and I absolutely loved it. And The House of Doors is a house, well, I'm not going to reveal what it is actually, apart from that it's a meeting place. The House of Doors is really a house where many doors are placed and are hanging inside the house from the ceiling, as far as I understood. So read this book, The House of Doors by Twan Eng, if you are, like me, a connoisseur, a lover of very good narration, of very beautiful descriptions, and of amazing language. And now I have to go to my conference, so please bear with me that this video is pretty short, like 4.5 minutes, but I think that's the length of videos that most people want to have on BookTube. So I hope that I can stick to that format of delivering short reviews. It's an absolutely must-read. The House of Doors by Twan Eng, and I see you soon in another video on this channel. Thank you very much and have a nice day.